everybody. How y'all doing? How you doing? Good morning. Lev Farmer 73 here. Good morning. All right. I just wanted to come at you guys. I know I was off for a couple of days, but I had a lot of stuff I had to take care of, and I couldn't fit making a video in there. So I'm going to like bang them out today because number one, I got a lot of stuff to show you, but I wanted to do a rehash on the other day. Now, title of the video. Yes, it's a little clickbait-esque, but yeah, but I mean it though. So the question is, and I'm not gonna be on here long because I'm on my way. I'm about to go for a walk. I got to get my walk in. I want to throw something to you guys real quick. Is yours too big? Is yours too little? Okay, because it could definitely make your walk it's going to make your walk miserable, regardless. Is yours too big or too little? All right, let me get my coffee going here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Greenhouse Cafe. I'm hitting y'all in the morning again before I go for my walk. I should have been gone. That's how busy I've been. Hey, Nene. Hey, Natalie Holloway. Hey, Miss B's Homestead, Jungle Queen, Happy Mac, learning to grow my own, Motivation 8. She is Sunshine, Jungle Queen. All right. I'm going to get right into it. And for Barbecue, Crafty Mom's Creation. Fatima Chambers, how you doing this morning? Good to see you. Is yours too big? Is yours too small? Guava. All right, get right into it. Be messing with y'all head. Listen, no, I'm not talking about that. Just in case y'all wondering, I'm talking about if you are out here getting your exercise on, and if you should be preparing. I got so much to tell y'all. You should be preparing. You should be getting yourself together. What'd you say? What we talking about? Bug out bags? Nope. You know what? She is Sunshine. I'm gonna tell you this. You know me, I say carry as much as you can carry, as far as you can carry. If you can't carry a big bag far, I suggest you get some exercise. Because the misconception is if you do not have life skills, if you don't have survival skills, which a lot of people don't, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it, okay? So I suggest you bring as much equipment and supplies with you as you possibly can. So it ain't, to me, a lot of people ain't gonna do a little bug out bag. You need a good size one full of supplies. But nope, that's not what we're talking about. We are talking about bugging out or walking or hiking in shoes. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me the other day. And I'm just telling y'all this so you can beware, buyer beware, kind of. Listen, just because something got some kind of great name on it does not mean that it's any better than something you will get at some halfway knockoff store. True story. I paid $89 for these Skechers. I paid $89 for these, and it's going on maybe close to a year, maybe or so. And I've really been putting them to the test. I never wore them that much. I'm going to tell you why I never wore them that much, because I always wore my normal Skechers. Every time I go on one of these hikes or walks, y'all see me in my normal black athletic type Skechers, right? But here's my other backups. Now remember, those Skechers, those boots cost me $89 because they were all high grade. I'm not going to name the name of the store. This high price hiking store. I'm not even going to say their name. Let me tell you something. All I'm going to use those boots for is my yard dogs to go out here when stepping in this goose pudding and chicken poop. I'm not going to use those to go walking anywhere. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, test your gear. Practice your preps. I will never stop saying that. Test your gear. Practice your preps. Because you going to think you're okay right now. And then you're going to turn around and try to put that gear on your back or something that's supposed to help you survive. And you ain't going to either know how to use it, or you're going to find out it doesn't work. You're going to find out, oh my God, it needs batteries. And with these, I love Skechers, Jungle Queen. I love Skechers. These hiking boots is trash. Trash. I almost rolled and busted my ankle in these. And when I tell you, listen, they supposed to be some of the best of the best of the best, sir. These are some of the worst freaking boots I've ever put on my feet. I'm gonna tell you what I always wear. Look, and they all wore out. You know what these is? What's that? Ozark Trails. Ozark Trails. You would think these would be the junk, because these cost me, they was $29 and they was marked down on clearance to $15. So I bought me 2 pair of these and bought Lady Leia some. $15. I wears these everywhere. These is beat to hell. But I'm telling you, the cushion inside of these Ozark Trails feel like what Skechers should feel like. And they went out of the box with those. And the Skechers feel like, okay, Christy Marie say, my husband loves Wolverine boots. Wolverines is expensive too. I've never had no Wolverines before, but you want to hear something? That's a good one. It's 3 pair I was looking at. I can't remember the other ones. Mega Tech or something like that. Wolverines, Red Wings, and these. And I chose these. You know, everybody know about Red Wing boots. I've had some Red Wing boots. But I'm like, these Skechers, I love Skechers so much that I was like, the hiking boots gotta be the bomb. Trash. I'm going to just say the ones that I got are trash. I'm not going to knock all Skechers boots, because I'm telling you, I stands by Skechers. I used to think Skechers was for people. I just didn't think Skechers was right. Okay, I'm going to say that. You laughing at me. I didn't think Skechers was right. Timberlands, nope. Nope, I'm not going with that. I've had plenty of pair of Timberlands. Timberlands used to be good before they became popular for rap stars. Timberland boots used to be good before they became popular for that. Timberland do not put no thought into building a good boot no more. Yeah, check out Red Wings, Brandy. Check out Red Wings. Timberlands, you will pay all that money. Timberland now is more of a fashionable boot. That is not a good work or hiking boot whatsoever. Fifi's Journey say, my husband used Red Wing for over 10 years. They're very expensive. Yes, they are. But he gets them on a union discount. That's the only reason I used to get them. Because we, at Chrysler, we used to get those for like 50 to 75% off. But I would never come out of my pocket and buy one because I know how much they cost. Dominique says, I have a pair of Merrell hiking shoes. They're good too. I'm gonna have to look into that, okay? Because I'm taking all names of all brands, you know, put them in the comments when this video go off. Because I am going to be looking into that. What's up, bro farmer? Good morning, man. Good to see you. Brahma boots is trash. No. Brahmas, let me tell you something. Those are the worst supporting boots. Those boots, whether they're leather, a steel toe, Timberlands Timberland's quality is gone, and but those are Brahmas, whether it's those little felt kind of boot, all them Brahma boots is trash. That's why they only cost $19. Because they're gonna last about 19 days or 19 hours, depending on what you got. If you working a hard job, your boots, if you buy them Brahma boots, they're gonna last 19 hours. If you working an kind of job, they'll last 19 days. Brahma, trash. I can't count how many pair of them I've had. I never purchase another pair of them, but I purchase more of all the bad boots I've had before I ever buy another pair of Brahma boots. These Ozark Trails is making these Skechers look like pure trash. Listen, $15. You see, I done wore these till they curled up like corn chips. These almost busted my damn ankle the other day when I was on the trail. These are what I had on. Now, I've worn these before, and I'm like, maybe I just ain't broke them in all the way. How many times am I gonna have to do this to break them in? When I was coming up that hill, and I looked back, remember, I walked the trail the other day, and I looked back, and I was like, look how high we came up this mountain. I looked down, and the water was way down there. When I turned, these boots inside are so loose fitting. This ain't even a wide boot. They're so, this is, somebody said, what brand is it? This is Skechers. I couldn't believe it. It's so wide. And that, listen, I got a wide foot, but these are some boat pedals. I don't know what the hell they was thinking about with this. This ain't even the wide boot. So when I turned, I could feel this boot kind of give way. I walk evenly, right? I more so walk on my toes than I do anything else, but I pretty much walk even. So I don't walk with the curl and the side curl over, like Frito chips. And I don't walk inside like I not need. I pretty much walk on my toes. So it ain't that I was rolling my ankle. These boots is just garbage. My point is this. I'm not knocking Skechers because I really love Skechers. My wife bought me my very first pair of Skechers when I was a mailman, and I promise to you, Skechers saved my life. I was a mailman as long as I was because of Skechers. I'm not going to lie about that. Without Skechers, I don't think I could have kept on with that job. I was going through shoes like drawers and socks. So, these Ozark Trails, and I'm gonna show you my old backups. I don't even remember what these is. These some old Reeboks. I wears the hell out of those. You know what? I got these from, what's the name of that store? Because they don't never got, what about Under Armour? I don't know nothing about that. What's the name of that? Not TJ Maxx. It's another one of them stores weird like that where you go in there and buy something, you will never see it again. Not Ollie's, not TJ Maxx. She always try to remind me of this store. I bought them Reeboks from there. Them boots ain't Marshalls. That's it. Is it Marshalls? Ross? Nope, bro. Because our Marshalls and our Ross is right next door to each other. It's Ross. Bro. Farmer got that one. Thank you, brother. It's Ross. Ross, Marshalls, Ollie's, and what's that other? TJ Maxx. All of them stores, Big Lots, all of them stores are the same. You will go in there and buy something, and you will hit them up for something good. You will never see that product in there again. So you better, if you see it, you better get it, because you'll never see it again. Burlington too. Let's not leave out Burlington. That's one of them sidebar type stores. Like, good luck, because if you see it in here, Home Goods is too, but that's more of a furniture. But you right, simple Russ. Home Goods is like that too, but it's with furniture. But I digress. Please, please, for me. No, 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 no. You ain't got to do this for me. For yourself, for your safety. Please, let me put them down. Please go check your gear. Everybody, we keep watching each other's videos, but ain't nobody doing this. You know what I want to see? This is what I want to see. Y'all get a chance to see me do this. You know what I've been scouring the internet to find? One of us in this gardening prepping community actually practicing their preps. I'm not talking about I'm talking about going in your bag and using your stuff for real, for real. I mean, look, man, I found out, I'm glad I didn't use those boots and something serious happened. Oh, I would have been like, look, go on without me. I'll just slow you down. I would have been one of them. Come on, we can't leave you, Father. Please, just go. I'll hold them off. You guys go. Just give me a gun. I'll hold them off from here. I love you, honey. Go. That would have been me. Because them boots right there, I don't know if y'all ever seen I'ma Get You Sucker. These them I'm gonna get you sucker boots. When I pulled these off, that's how my toes was swelling up. Like the dude on I'ma Get You Sucker. And he's like, man, these bunions. These is garbage. They pretty garbage. I'm telling you, if I were to wore them in a real life emergency situation, I'm doomed. I'm doomed. I'm going to be the bait so everybody else can get away. Because these feet, son, they done for. They're griddle cakes. So I spent the next day, my ankles look like marshmallows. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Them boots, man. Them boots. My feet, my toes swollen up. What the hell? Them boots. I've been fine ever since. I soaked them, soaked my dogs, and after that, I was good. So it's and then I've been wearing these ever since. Every day, every walk, everything I do. I've been wearing one of these two. Nothing. Nothing. So I beg you, please, please practice your preps. Because you think since you wear a size 12 and you bought a size 12 that you okay. You think because you bought prep and gear to wear your rain gear or whatever, that it's just gonna magically fit. You wrong. You wrong. It's not. And you ain't gonna know. You know what my mom used to do? Before school, we used to have like a fashion show. I kid you not, I can't make this up. My mom would go school shopping, bring all the clothes home, and the fashion show was kind of just to see if everything fit. And then to match up clothes and outfits and stuff she would do for us. That's what we did before school, like maybe a week or two before school. She still bringing stuff in. Now go get them blue jeans. I got you. Get that. Put on that red shirt with that, and come back downstairs. And let me see it. We had them steps, kind of like the Cosby Show. You know, you could see coming down the steps. And when me and my sisters and my brother come down, you know, we kind of profiling. You know, put your shoes on. You come down them steps like you really about to do something, like you getting paid after you done with this. So I promise you, my mother did that and made it fun. So that's kind of what I be trying to do for everybody, I guess. I'm just kind of reliving my childhood when I do these camping trips and stuff. So I'm gonna throw one at you. What is this? This is let me look at something real quick before I open my mouth, because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. Uh because we gonna practice together, and I'm gonna show you. Bro Farm said that first day of school fit. You know how it is, man. You had to try him on. You had to try him on. Uh, this what I'm gonna do with y'all. And I know it's early. I'm looking at my weather for this weekend, but it shouldn't even matter. Okay. My weather gonna be cold. It's gonna be 60 degrees and 50 lows, and I got 25% chance of rain Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to put a post out and a poll. I'm gonna put out a poll to see what day y'all want to pick. We are literally gonna have a slumber party. Practice your preps from your location. Slumber party. We did it a couple of years ago. We about to do it again, because in February we going back to Myrtle Beach to camp again, and it's gonna be way more serious this time. Jockey 23 Kids said I keep my older shoes in the car as ER back. Exactly. Um, so if you cannot go outside, because I know a lot of people, you got snow. You got to shield, yeah. Boom, 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 You know where you at may be cold, okay? I get it. I showed y'all before, if you cannot go outside or you living in an apartment, get your tent. Number one, how many people is down with this? Get your tent, get your gear, and the only thing you're going to use is your gear. I am going out there on the island in my tent, and I'm going to spend the night. We do it all the time. But I'm just hoping I can help somebody like feel better about going out there, so you don't feel so stupid. Because I know a lot of people do it, and I've heard say, man, I feel so stupid being out here. You gonna feel real stupid dead if something really pop off. Okay, I don't like doing the whole scare tactic thing, because it really don't help. It just bring nut jobs in here talking crazy. But I'm gonna be honest with you, family, if you ain't watching the media or what's going on all around us right now, and you ain't practicing your preps, you ain't checking your gear, do y'all know how close it is before all of that stuff that's going on? Listen, we got two places at war. We got on the other side a whole nother two. We got two superpowers at war. We got a whole nother two superpowers wanting to go to war. We got another continent that's flipping the script on all the rules that been put on them for the last good 400-500 years. They ready to go to war. Guess what? None of them like us. So it don't matter who fights who. Who fights who? What we need to be worried about on this soil is, are we going to have to fight the winners? Because the odds are not in our favor. I'm just saying, I just don't get it. I don't get it, because nobody wants to do, everybody is stuck. You know what this soil we live on reminds me of? Nobody ever wants to do anything to fix this situation or prepare for a bad situation. How many people saw the movie Sleeping with the Enemy, Jennifer Lopez. Anybody see the movie? I think, wasn't that Sleeping with the Enemy? They all three of them was the same. Y'all know what the deal was. How many people? Show of hands. Sleeping with the Enemy. So you know the premise of the movie, okay? Well, that movie was fake. Was that Julia Roberts? Julia Roberts, okay. It was the Julia Roberts one. It was the J-Lo one. Then it's a lot of them like that, okay? That's why I get them all mixed up, because they are literally almost identical to one another. Enough. My point is this. How many times does this country got to keep getting, or we got to keep getting punched in the eyeballs? You get punched in the head so much you look like a raccoon with Ray-Ban shades on. You know, I always get on ladies wearing a whole bunch of makeup. Whole bunch of makeup. I'll be like, man, y'all shouldn't do that, right? I always say that. Like, y'all beautiful. My sister, she beautiful. Stop putting on so much makeup. You know, let the man find who he really love. He don't love you. He love Maybelline. I always say that. I say that to my daughter. I say that to my nieces. When a man fall in love with you, you put on all that makeup. He don't fall in love with you. He fall in love. Maybe it's Maybelline. He fall in love with the product. He don't fall in love with you. My point is this. How many times you got to get punched in the eye until you finally realize this ain't working in your favor? Stick with me. We keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. This country, all of us, doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting another result. But it never changes. That's the definition of insanity. Stick with me. We keep getting punched in the head over and over. And you know what keeps you there? Your pride. We so filled with sick pride that we can't get over it. We don't prepare ourselves for nothing, and we don't take care of our business because of our pride. And this is where I'm going with this. This country keep on punching us in the guts over and over and over and over again and over and over and over again. But we, just like a battered woman or battered man these days, we stay. We continue to accept this punishment. You know why? Because think, he or she got you living in a mansion. You have a chauffeur in your Bentley. You take 50 vacations a year. You have a allowance that you allowed to go spend. But you got a big mansion, gated. You got to punch in numbers or say the password to get in the gate just to get into your mansion. But nobody knows. When people on the outside looking in, they look up at that mansion like, wow, they must really be spectacular to live in that mansion with a gated community. But they don't know you inside that house getting your head bashed in. They don't know that you inside that mansion with the Bentley that just pulled up, the Phantom just pulled up and went around the doggone big fountain in the horseshoe driveway, hit the elevator, go up into the mansion. You don't know what's waiting for that woman. She about to get her head beat in, or that man about to get his head beat in. We do that exact same thing right here in this country. And this is what I've been watching over the last 6 months. And this is all dealing with preparation. We know we're getting beat up. All of us. We know we're being abused. All of us. We know we're being murdered. All of us. But we keep accepting because we've been so brainwashed to believe that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. But don't you believe them? That song is so powerful. Please go listen to that song. If any new people never heard that song before, not just the music and the melody, listen to those words. They've been living this way for so long because they just I can't, not even used to it. They just how it always been. So I didn't think about changing it. It starts with you. It starts with you. If you don't go check your gear, practice your prep, stop listening to every freaking word that people is coming out with. Listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. Listen to God. That's what we listen. We so busy listening to social media telling us how we should think. Even me. Don't listen to me. Listen to your heart. Listen to him. We don't. We keep saying, well, that's the you in a dead end job because you think you have to work for somebody. Why? Because why do you think you have to work for somebody? Because it's always been told to you, go to school, get a good education, and go to work for somebody. It's very rare that somebody tell you take this avenue so you could end up being the employer instead of the employee. So, with all that said, we're just used to being abused. That's why you ain't preparing. Because you think everything gonna be okay because they're out there telling you everything is gonna be okay. We got everything under control. It don't look like everything is under control to me. You know? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. We got leaders of certain cities telling everybody you better prepare. It's about to be a mess. When politicians is telling you you better get ready for the mess. Listen, their job is to lie to you. The politician's job is to lie to you. They lie to get the job. They lie to keep the job. But when they start telling you you better get ready, let's just imagine if they was lying about that. How would that benefit them? Something ain't right. In every action movie about apocalyptic type situations, it always come down to, Mr. President, you have to give the address. Yeah, Morgan Freeman, I'm going to give the address now. Meet me in my chambers. It always get to the point where one of the top officials have to finally give the address to get prepared for catastrophe. Every movie that comes out now is about post-apocalyptic times. Every movie and every TV show is about apocalyptic times. And here's the other thing. The television shows and the movies are being very, very scientifically, technically accurate for some reason. It's a science fiction movie, you know. You don't got to be that accurate. It's science fiction. But they're going as far as looking at ecological things and scientific scales and quantum physics. The viewer doesn't necessarily need to know all of that math, the mathematics, and in all of these movies, imagine how much work, forget the acting part, how much work is going into actually studying astrophysics, the earth and all its tragedies, dinosaurs, extinction, and everything else. The science of every science fiction movie is now becoming almost 75% science fact. The rest is acting. We don't need to know exactly what dinosaurs look like. Why is they trying so hard to make them perfect? Velociraptor ain't had them. They had feathers on them. They didn't have it. Who cares? That's because a lot of this stuff, they're preparing us subliminally. Get yourself together because this is all bad. Another volcano erupted. How many volcanoes does that make this year? For the year 2022, how many volcanoes have erupted? Go ahead, check. I'll wait. You can Google it. Another one just popped off. In 1 year, the year ain't even over yet. The year ain't even over. How many volcanoes done went and erupted? In all these years I've been alive, I've never seen nothing like this. So imagine, you don't think you need to be ready to get the hell out of Dodge when it's time? Go put your gear on. Go for a walk in your yard. Put on your boots, put on your backpack, carry your gear so you can start tweaking it and know what work and know what don't. I promise to you, I promise, you won't be sorry that you did it because these, they going in the trash. You won't be sorry. When you take that backpack and you got all your stuff on it, you know what you're going to start doing? You're going to start, oh yeah, I can't have that right there. That's jingling and banging me in the chin. I need to move it over here or move it on the back. You're going to start looking at stuff real different once you put your pack on your back. You know what else? How many people, was anybody in here at survival camp? Anybody? I'm going to tell you one thing out. When you go to camp, what you find out, I wouldn't bless them and put them on a dog's feet. These ain't going to be right for nobody. I promise you. I think they're what they call it when you get them from one of these sidebar stores, irregular. I don't think them would be no blessing. I'll probably do somebody more damage than I would not help. I would hurt them. I believe if I handed them boots to somebody else, I'm handing them a slow death sentence. I'm telling you. So, when I was at camp, defective, that's another one too. I'm going to tell you, family, when we was at camp, we learned. We did have fun. But you learned a lot of what not to bring next time, what you better bring next time. Don't be coming to camp to sleep in no tent in humid, hot weather and you bring a whole bunch of denim jeans and denim. Nope. You need, that got you thinking. Okay, my one buddy, I wish I could remember his name. What did he find out? If you gonna be in this tent for 3 days, that 2-man tent ain't gonna cut it. My brother and my sister, what did they find out? Because they was taller than all of us. What did they find out? Don't be getting no tent where you hunched over like this. Now, if I'm in a tent and I got to be like this, it's one thing. But if you 6 foot tall or close to it, don't get no tent where your back is always like this while you're in there trying to change your clothes and sleep and get yourself together and use the bathroom. You'll have That's instant misery. Go ahead and spend a little bit of extra money to get the size tent that you need so you can stand up and put your pants on. Because one time, what we ran into years ago, it rained all week. I think I told y'all this story. It rained all week. We was at camp in Myrtle Beach all week, stuck in the tent. And I had a dome tent, one of the ones y'all seen me out here with. Me and a billion other children, my kids, my nephews, my nieces. I brought all these children with me, stuck in tents. Always think about the worst. Prepare for the worst all the time. When we go back to survival camp, we're going to learn again. And I'm going to do a bunch of videos telling everybody, again, what we need to be looking out for. Because when you get there, it ain't no turning out, no turning back. My brother, that his tent failed on him. He bought a small tent. Thank you, Patricia. I see you. He bought a small tent, and when guess how he found out this tent ain't gonna work? He stood up, the tent wrapped around him like a damn tortilla shell, and he was like, "Yo," he said, "Led, brother, led." It was funny, but it wasn't funny, you know. Luckily, he was there by himself. I couldn't imagine if he had his whole family there with him, you know. But he had to work his way out of his tent. Now imagine your tent collapse on you because it's not tall enough or something. You stand up. How you getting out? I still never asked him, man, how did you get out? Because you gotta, even when the tent is up, you gotta go find the zipper. It's hard enough trying to unzip a tent when it's upright. But no, my man, it was wrapped around him like Gone with the Wind. Some kind of way he wiggled out of there. I'm sure he had to do the centipede or something, the worm, to get out. But he was lucky that there was a Walmart a few miles down the road where he said, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and get the best thing I can get. Because this ain't gonna happen. But it was a good lesson for everybody. That's why we do that camp. So we can all figure out. We sat around the campfire making s'mores, marshmallows, and chocolate. We all sat around the fire like telling each other's horror stories about what animals attacked y'all last night. Why didn't you put your trash? You can't eat where you sleep. Just because there's no bears in that vicinity, it's the same idea. You still gonna get possums, coyotes, raccoons, foxes. You still gonna get those. And several of our campmates got attacked because they was eating in the tent, or they was eating real close to the tent, or kept their trash bag right by the tent. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you because you probably watching me right now. I'm not laughing at you. But we know next time. I wasn't kidding. When I said that wasn't a sidebar option, like, you know, if you don't feel like taking your trash, no. When I said go get your trash and throw it away before you go to sleep, and if you can't, get it as far away from your tent as you possibly can, because you gonna be woke up by something that wants what you had. And look, go brush your teeth after you done eating, because your mouth still smell like biscuits and gravy or whatever the hell you had that day, and they smell it. So we should all be preparing for the worst. That's all I'm saying. Go put on your look. I ain't gonna grab them boots no more. Go put them on. Cause now I done figured out. No, Dominique, you right. Dominique said you can't be no lazy camper. You can't. That's part of it. Cause it's showing you this ain't no joke. And we're doing it voluntarily. If something really go down, you got a real problem. You got 4-legged animals and 2-legged animals. You're going to have a problem with 4-legged ones and 2-legged ones. Are you ready for that? So when the title of this, I'm going to leave out on the title. Is yours too big or too small? Is your bug out bag too big or too small? Is your tent too big or too small? Is your shoes too big or too small? Because something that simple, your clothes, your clothes can be too big or too small too. If it's too big, you're going to get a whole bunch of rubbing and loose clothing rubbing you half to death. And if your clothes is too small, too tight, I ain't got to tell you about that. You're going to have a whole bunch of other kind of issues. So, this weekend, what is this, Tuesday? Friday night, I'm going to set my tent up and I'm going to sleep out there. Now, this is what I plan on doing. I'm going to be live. It's going to be a long live. Because number one, I want to see who else is doing this with me. I'm going to do my best to StreamYard it so we can bring people in so we can see other people's setup. This Friday, I don't care when you start, this Friday, I'm coming on. I'm going to be set up about 3 o'clock. By 3 p.m., I'm going to probably come on live and I'm going to be set up and all my gear is going to be out there and I'm not coming back in the house all night. Whatever I need to eat need to be in my backpack. If I don't got my tools and stuff with me, I'm screwed. Because I can only lie to myself. Lying to you ain't gonna help me do nothing. If I forget my lighters and how to start a fire, I'm gonna figure something out. Bundle up. It's gonna be cold and it might be wet. So I hope to see you with me because I'm going in. If you're not practicing all of this talk we've been talking about, if you ain't practicing it, what are you doing it for? Why are you even bothering? We got enough entertainment. You see this, it's a billion channels. You got Netflix and everything else. You can watch entertainment. You can be entertained by anything. Why keep going out purchasing all of this stuff, solar generators, refrigerators, all of this stuff, this gear? That's not entertainment, you're wasting money. If you're not actually going to use it, you're not impressing me. You're saving you and your family members. That's what this is about. I know we have fun with it, but sometimes we lose track of the serious side of it. Okay? Oh, Angie says the animals are near me are moving closer inland. I'm seeing wild turkeys, wolves more now. I'm in Connecticut. Global warming is affecting food for them. Yes, because we got alligators in South Carolina. This is the second, I don't want to lie, it's definitely the second, but I want to say the third alligator that they have caught in South here with me. I live on a lake. I live on a freshwater lake. Think about that. So if they're starting to find alligators and I left one out. Sharks. Inland. Like sharks supposed to be breathing up salt water. Or at least brackish water. With all these storms rushing all this salt water through here, it ain't filtering it good enough. It's not enough fresh water anymore to filter the salt water. So it's turning the fresh water into brackish water, half fresh, half salt, making it okay for those brackish water fish or some of those saltwater fish to survive closer inland, closer to me. Karen said there are such things as fresh river sharks. Yeah, but they're catching sharks that's supposed to be out there. Said, oh wow, how close to you have they found gators and sharks? I live in Colombia. Listen, I'm only 2 hours away from Myrtle Beach. I'm only 2 hours away from the coast. So, and that's driving, okay? If you just flying straight to Myrtle Beach, I'm nowhere from Myrtle Beach. I'm nowhere from the ocean. On a good day, you can smell it. So, with all of that changing, and here's one, I'm going to tell you this, nobody has ever believed me and my daughter. But I need you to listen close. I live in Columbia, South Carolina. Me and my daughter was coming back from, anybody from Columbia, South Carolina, know of my city. You know we got the Lake Murray. Me and my daughter's coming from Lake Murray. I can't remember what we was doing. I want to say we just took my son to work or something, or I just picked her up from work, whatever it was. This was about, I've been in this house for 12 years. This been about 13, 14 years ago. Me and my wife, me and my daughter, Princess Leia, driving down this dark highway that we got to get from the lake to our house, from Lake Murray to our house. As we're driving, we see these two big giant green lights down by the ground. So I can see them from a distance. Here's the funny part. The lights are shining, but they keep going off. Then they shine again. Then they go off. And I see them doing this. Like, what the hell is that? So my daughter, I'm not saying nothing. I see it. My daughter said, Dad, what's that? I don't know. As we get closer to it and slow down, it was a panther. I was so blown away and shocked because I'm going to say I was probably not even 10 miles away from my house, from my land, because at the time I lived in another house with a lot of land. Now, here's the thing. We came home telling this story and everybody like, y'all ain't seen no panther. Not here. You ain't seen no panther. I have never in my life, even in the ghetto, called the animal people. Like when I see loose pit bulls and everything, I've never in my entire life called the animal control. Never in my life have I ever called animal control. Guess what? My daughter like, Dad, we got to tell him. We got to tell him that thing might kill somebody. I call animal control the next day. Guess what animal control said? They keep hearing this, getting reports of this same sighting. So yes, it is. And they come down from the mountains in Tennessee and everything, and they're starting to move further. Okay. I don't know if they caught it or not, but I know that's why I keep my head on swivel and I keep that thing on my hip, even when I'm just in my backyard. I have never, ever forgot that. Never. They're not supposed to be there. They're supposed to be up in Tennessee mountains and stuff like that, but they're starting to move there. The more we make subdivisions and living spaces for us, We're not even thinking about where the animals gonna go, where the bears gonna go, the mountain lions and the panthers, where they're gonna go. They're gonna be in your backyard. How many bears and moose up in Canada, moose all in people's yard attacking them? How you get attacked in your own driveway by a moose? In your driveway? I done seen so many moose attacks this year on the news, like, moose attack. But they said they will kill you. So the bears, how many times now we start to see bears all up in people's neighborhoods and people trash cans? And I'm not talking about the regular ones. I'm talking about in neighborhoods, they ain't never even seen no bear. Yeah, moose is huge. So now we keep coming out the house all willy-nilly because we so conditioned to feel safe in a dangerous world. We're conditioned to feel safe in a dangerous world. I'm gonna stop it with this. We're being told that everything is gonna be okay. We're being told that everything is gonna be okay by people that take taxes out of your check just so you can turn around and go pay for your products and pay taxes on it. And at the end of the year, you taxed again. We don't never do the math on that. If you really do the math on that, you are not earning anything. You're just being fed. You're being kept like a pet. You're being fed and sheltered and kept like a pet. Because how do you double and triple tax people? Now, which one is it going to be? Do I pay taxes at the end of the year? Do I pay taxes on my check? Or do I pay taxes on the product? I'm paying for all of them. All of the above. So if you add up all the taxes for everything that you pay for, when you're done, you really didn't make any money. And the things that you could afford is just enough to keep you alive. So I'm not listening to people that supports that system tell me anything. People that have invented that system, uphold that system, and defend that system, I'm not listening to nothing you say. It's going to be okay. This will blow over, this and that. No. Volcanoes, 2 different wars going on, tsunamis, tornadoes, hurricanes, and nobody got enough money to help nobody fix anything or relocate anybody. All of these programs that they've had for all of these years to help people in these situations. How is it that you don't got enough money to come and help this whole area that been hit? Florida got hit by Ian. They still ain't really started doing anything. Only work you seeing being done down in Florida after that hurricane is private companies, like private apartment complexes. They using their own money. These people is using their own money to fix their living conditions, because these insurance companies is out of money, and they saying, well, the fine print says not Hurricane Ian. What? Yeah. Look on clause 49-E (I). All hurricanes except Hurricane Ian. When did y'all change that? Oh, about a week ago. We sent out flyers and we sent out a memo to all of our insurance holders. And when my yard flooded, when my land flooded here, for the insurance to even kick in, I would have to go broke on the deductible, which they didn't cover everything because of the fine print. I said, just forget it. I'll do it myself. I just do it myself. I don't even know why I have y'all. Why do we even bother? I'm not going to get into that. All I'm telling you, and the reason why I went down that way is because if you think they're here to help you in these situations, you're wrong. Why aren't you preparing to bounce? Again, when I was telling you about the situation, we acting like a battered wife or a battered husband. We sticking around and we staying because of our pride, because we like, but they take care of us though. They give us a job though. They give us an allowance. They let me stay in this fancy house. They let me stay in this nice car and these nice clothes. So if you're staying for all the materialistic things, you kind of selling your soul to the devil. You rather be beat and turned into a punching bag just so you can wear nice clothes and pretend to your neighbors that you got it going on until they find you dead somewhere. That's what we're doing right now. We're pretending everything is okay. But behind the scenes, we are physically and mentally being abused. And ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody saying nothing. We sitting here, we need to be getting things that help us survive. And I was watching some young lady on YouTube the other day. I'm not going to, number one, I'm not going to pronounce the brand name of these purses as shoes and purses properly. Number two, I wouldn't advertise them if I had. This little girl spent about $5,000 or $6,000 on shoes and purses. The funny thing about it was, I'm not knocking her. I'm just saying, she got a different mind state than I do. You spend $5,000, $6,000 on purses and shoes, and she said she got a problem. She said she's addicted. I don't know if she was joking or she was serious. She live in an apartment. That's the first thing I noticed. You live in an apartment, and clearly it's a cheap apartment because I can hear the people coming and going while you doing your video. I can hear them out in the hallway coming and going. Out of their apartments, out of their houses. So you ain't standing nothing fancy enough where it got soundproof barriers so you don't got to hear your neighbors coming and going. You got $5,000, $6,000 worth of purses and shoes. And all I was thinking was, you'll be the first one on the top of your house hoping a helicopter come pick you up, clinging to a tree some damn where. You'll be the first one. Over here. We're over here. So the only reason I'm going through this and I won't stop, I'm like Diddy with this. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep on repeating it until it get through people's head, until you get sick of me. Some of y'all already sick of me, but it's a good sick though. You're going to get sick of me just like I would get sick of my dad telling me, you need to go to school, get an education. I know, Dad. Why you keep saying that? Because you sound like you looking like you ain't heard me. I go to school. You don't act like it. I don't never see you studying. I don't never see no books. I've heard you were at school, but you don't do school things, right? So, honestly, family, it's up to you. It's not up to me. But I promise you, I will definitely keep on saying it and keep on reminding you, even if, because I don't have to go out there. I know what I'm doing. I know what I got, and I keep on practicing my game. But I'm hoping, wishing, and praying that somebody else is like, you know what? Led is so doggone crazy. Why not? Why not? Go out there and make a family story. Take your kids out there with you, or set your tent up in your living room. If it get too cold, you just like, I'm not ready for that. Move your furniture out the way and set your tent up inside your house. Set your gear up inside your house. You're going to find out a whole bunch of things with your electric heaters, what solar generator you going to bring. You're going to find out a bunch of stuff just in your house inside of a tent. How much cover do you need? Cut all your heat off. Cut your heat on to zero. Because everybody got their heat on. Cut it off. Cut your heat off. So you'll really be cold, so you'll get a little bit of taste of what it is out there. If you don't feel like pooping in no bucket, go ahead and go in the bathroom. But what I'm telling you is you're going to learn. You're going to learn like, hey, sleeping on the ground in a little tent is for the birds. But I better get used to it. So you better make it comfortable for yourself. You better make it comfortable. Sleeping outside in a tent ain't no joke, even in a controlled situation. We was in a totally controlled situation. We had electrical hookup. We had water hookup. You could go to the beach, But ask anybody that went camping with us in Myrtle Beach. Everybody was sweaty, sticky, gooey. All these beautiful people I'm looking at. We had an ocean of beautiful brothers and sisters there. But everybody looked like they just walked through a car wash. They put on extra wax and extra soap. Everybody looked gooey. Everybody's clothes was twisted because it was sticking to them all crazy or whatever. You had to keep pulling at your clothes because everybody was sticky and you couldn't stop sweating. And my one girl, she had her a little fan around her neck, a solar rechargeable fan. Everybody was learning. You know what happened that day? When she came with her little fan around her neck, everybody was, hey, where you get that from? What? How much? Amazon. Huh? Okay. All right. Write that down. Hey, where you get that tent at? That's nice. Ooh, that's tall. I can fit in there. Ooh, where you get that from? Okay. Everybody was at the camp schooling each other. I didn't have to do no talking. We looking at each other's camps. We went around to everybody camp and everybody had stuff where I'm like, now see, that's smart right there. I got to implement that into my situation. That's the only way we going to do this. If you practice and if we practice together and you look at everybody else stuff and be like, man, I would have never thought of that. Number one. Oh, right. Okay. Right. Real networking, Birdie. Right. Next time I said, I got 3 screen houses. 3 screen houses. I'm like, we ain't gonna need no screen houses. Last time we was here, I never seen one mosquito. I'm bringing my screen house no matter where I go. You better get you some mosquito netting no matter what you do. And the people, some of us was like, we was trying to go organic with the repellent. Patricia laughing. We was trying to all go organic with the mosquito repellent. I think that was just like adding the little umbrella to the blood daiquiri that they were sucking out of us. Eucalyptus oil, no, we heard it all. Who just said that? Black Diamond, no. We all was doing something. Everybody had their own concoctions. I even heard the eucalyptus oil, and then somebody said, "Hey, Led, do you got any more of that?" I said, "Yep, I do." Because that's my backup, doggone it. It's either, look, this is how I look at it. I try my organic stuff, but I would rather spray some chemicals on me than get malaria. It's a toss-up. We're being realistic. And the people that are saying like stuff like, oh, I use coconut butter, and no, man. Nope. If it just don't work. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing that worked, and it was all natural. And I'm gonna tear y'all up with this one. Did anybody see my camping video where I was standing in that smoke? I was smoke bathing. I learned that from TV, from the Native Americans. Used to do a smoke bath to keep creatures off of them and while they meditate. Why? This is the funny part about that. While I was doing my smoke bath, that literally kept all the mosquitoes off of me, because I didn't want to keep spraying that stuff on me. Yeah, I smelled like a burning building, but the mosquitoes and stuff wasn't messing with me no more. That's number one. You know, I got called a witch for that. People thought I was practicing witchcraft. Idiots. That just lets you see number one, we don't know our history. Number two, I'm going to say something that I said I was going to hold my tongue on, but I'm going to speak on it. They said Led was practicing witchcraft. I got a bunch of those emails. I hadn't seen it in a bunch of the comments. I erased them. If I was practicing witchcraft, my first spell would be like, can I get some money? Because I'm broke. I wouldn't be trying to make people fall in love with me. Can I hit that lottery? Stupid people, man. So, I'm going to speak on this. Careful who you listen to. We're in a time, I'm going to end it with this. I keep saying it, but I really am. We're in a time right now where everybody is being woke. Thank you, Stacy's Rainbow. Thank you. Say they never eat in these apocalyptic movies. I'm like, aren't they even hungry? They never pee or nothing. Nope. We're in this time of truth. And I keep telling y'all, all this truth is going to start spilling over like a tsunami. And it's going to wash all the liars and the cheaters and killers. It's going to wash them away. Because this whole dam been holding back the truth for so long. And we've been living on lies for so long. When that dam break with all that truth, it's going to flood. All these liars going to drown. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Be careful who you listen to. Use your head. If you're not a smart person, and you ain't good at thinking for yourself, listen to this, because don't nobody want to say, I'm not a smart person. If every decision you make end up bad, you got a bad man, you married a bad woman, you made bad financial choices, you bought a raggedy bad car. If every decision you make is bad, they don't work out, Maybe you should stop listening to the people around you. Maybe you should stop making judgments for yourself because you clearly ain't very good at it. And maybe you should open that book and talk to the Father. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you can't make decisions on your own, you need to talk to a professional. If I don't know how to fix my car and I know how to fix certain parts of my car, but when it get deep and intricate down in that engine block and I don't know how to change them piston rings and stuff, I call a professional. I'm like, it's out of my hands. I'm not messing with that. I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, and I don't have the tools to fix that. Your life ain't no different. If your plumbing bust under your house and you like, I'm not going in that crawl space with all them black widow spiders and stuff. And plus, I don't know what tools to buy. I don't know nothing about plumbing. Well, you call a professional. If you're not good at making life decisions, you call a professional. It's no different than you calling the plumber or the electrician or the mechanic. You call a professional. He got you open that book and you were about to do something stupid. Thanks, God. What happens every time you go to the mechanic, right? You was about to replace the alternator, the radiator, everything on top of the damn engine block was going to cost you $20,000. You took it to the professional and the professional said, you didn't need none of that. Yeah, we found this little fuse. It had burned out. And I had one laying over there on my counter. I'm not going to charge you for that. I just charge you for, labor. So I'm not going to charge you for any of this, $20 out the door. What? You just took out a whole loan against your house because you knew it was going to cost you a fortune to fix your car, your only car that you had. You was about to take matters into your own hands and spend $20,000 and your car still wasn't going to run. And all that little man said was just a little $2 fuse, could have got it from AutoZone, something like that. I'm not going to charge you. You go sit in the waiting room and make your little coffee, right? You ready to sit in the waiting room for at least 3 hours. You done called the Uber and everything to come pick you up because you know you going back home. They ain't going to be done with your car for a day or two. The dude come right back out. Hey, sir, come here. He tell you to come into the bay. Come here. If Sunday Backyard Farmer was here, he'll know exactly what I'm talking. Come here, let me talk to you. Yeah, it wasn't none of the stuff you was talking about. No, I've seen this happen before on these type of cars. It's just this little fuse. I ain't even gonna charge you for that. Right? You called a professional. The professional saved you $20,000 because you was about to do something stupid. He gave you a $2 fuse, fixed your expensive Mercedes or BMW, saved you a fortune because you took it to a professional. When we out there making dumbass life decisions and you ain't good at it, all your life decisions done went and surpassed anything you could possibly do. You know good and well you about to get yourself in knee deep of funk. Man, call a professional. Call a professional. He gonna give you that manual. And when you start reading that manual, you gonna find out. I was about to do a whole bunch of stupid stuff. Wasn't nothing but a fuse. Your life ain't no different. You know you about to do something stupid. You know you make terrible decisions. Let me tell you something. There goes Sunday Backyard Farmer right there. What's up, my brother? Good to see you. I'm talking about you right now. Listen to me. You know you bad at making decisions, family. We know we bad at it. Your pride get in the way. Drop that pride and say, man, I ain't no good at that. Let me tell you something. I do not gamble. I do not bet. I do not play cards. I don't do it. I do not put myself in a gambling situation ever. Ever. You know why? I'm terrible at it. I don't gamble. I'm awful at it. So I just stand out the way. Your life is the same way. You got to start admitting to yourself you terrible at picking men. You terrible at picking women. You terrible with your finances. You terrible. You terrible at being a parent. You terrible mama. You're a terrible father. Just admit it to yourself and then go to the professional. That's the only way you're going to fix it. So be careful who you listen to, because these other people is trying to scam you. All these so-called, I'm going to call it this, toxic, woke people. I said it. I know I'm gonna get some for this. Toxic, woke people. What do I mean by toxic, woke people? You can be so woke you sleep. See, it's people that's waking up to the truth, and it's people that's sleepwalking. See, they think they woke, but they ain't. That dream just so good that you think you woke. And you spewing that bullshit out to everybody like it's truth and facts. I listen to some of these young folks and some of these people with their conspiracies, and they glue all that crap together like meat glue and make a steak of truth out of that bullshit. I'm not eating that. It's toxic wokeness. And we just listening to it because it sounds good, because somebody's talking like this in these little variables that kind of like, da-da-da, and then why did the man do this? And ha-ha-ho-ho. Everybody that talk like that ain't right. We're here. I've heard so many toxic, woke truths that even have me like, damn, really? I will go back, which seems to me this world does not do. I will go back because I'm like, damn, that sounded factual as hell. I need to read up on that. And I'll go in there. My wife will ask me, what am I doing? Oh, man, this one little young blood was spitting some real game, and he was talking about this. And my wife would be like, you know that's not accurate, right? Well, that's what I'm reading for. And you'll find out if you do your doggone due diligence and go listen to these people and all this bull crap that they glued together off of. They took one conspiracy, glued it to the tail end of another conspiracy, glued it to a tail end of another conspiracy, and then glued it to a hint of truth, just a smidget of truth. That's what I call doo-doo with sprinkles. Doo-doo with frosting, baby. I don't care how sweet you coat that up underneath all that wedding cake frosting, or what they call it, that fondant of truth, is a big turd of lies, misconception, and untruths. That's all that is. And that's what I keep hearing these young people keep telling each other, and they starting to regurgitate it to one another. And just like a rumor, the story is never told, or the joke is never told. If it's 20 people, when I tell it, by the time we get to person number 20 down the line, it's a whole different joke. So imagine this dude made up a whole bunch of bull crap, and that went all over the internet. By it get to the person number 4,000, he done said not just your bull crap, which was all lies sprinkled with a little bit of truth. He done made up a whole nother conspiracy altogether. And we sitting here and we ready, some of us are ready to go to war over all this doggone dookie with sprinkles on it. You ready to go to war because a lot of people are spewing this stuff out of their mouth and starting fights and arguments of non-truths, making us look even stupider. Nobody is even digging to do no research to find out the truth. Oh my God. So that's why I brought that up Because, again, stop listening to everybody. Go do everything yourself. Do your own research. Do your own work. Make sure you know what you're doing. Test your own equipment. Do your own. Don't listen to me tell you all. Look, these boots might not work for my old ass feet, but they might be everything to you. You get them and try them on. Like, I don't know, lad. Them is some Skechers boots, man. Like my one sister said, my brother wear Brahma boots. And I'm like, nope. That's Brahma to me is like a no. But your husband or your brother is probably like, he swear by him. You only know if you go do your own due diligence and find out what's right for you. And if you're bad at making those decisions, talk to the professional. That's all I'm saying. Everybody have a wonderful day. I'll be back with you because we're going to be talking about, remember, Friday, I'm going to repeat this again too. Friday, I'm going to be spending the night out here in my tent with all my gear. I hope you join me. I'm going to be StreamYarding it so people can come in and show me their gear if they want to. Later today, I will be introducing mobile refrigeration. Refrigeration that can work with something as small as 240 watts and be on all day and night. Solar power indefinitely. So these new refrigerators, these 12-volt refrigerators, with everything going on, the power outages, and everybody, if you celebrate some of these holidays, you need extra space for some of this food, y'all got family at your house, I got something for you, all right? So that's going to be over on my other channel on Hood Tech 73. I'm going to put that in here. It's going to be on Hood Tech 73 channel. Damn. I can't even log on to my own doggone thing. Okay. There I go. It's going to be on my other channel, Hood Tech 73. Okay, I just put it up. So we're going to be talking about refrigeration. 12-volt refrigeration that you just plug into your cigarette lighter and it'll run. And I got one almost the size of your refrigerator. Thank you, Sunday Backyard Farmer. Thank you, my brother. We're going to go on from there because I'm going to keep on talking about it. All right? Everybody, I hope to see you there. I'm going to try to get this video out. What time is it now? I'm going to try to get this video out by about 3 o'clock. I'm about to go and get my walk on. Test your gear. If you make a bunch of bad decisions, talk to the professional. Laird Farmer 73, I love all of y'all. Please be safe. Keep your head on swivel. I love you, and I'm out.